Hi. Many of you may know me as Johnny Novak, and I've been secretly observing Sensei for 4 years now. Today, I'd like to detail you with the findings and my methods, and what I consider to be two sides to a man with a dark and mysterious past. But what's a good op without its recon? And that's where we lead into step 1. He keeps his windows closed. This clever baka. Sensei's paranoia and precautions had completely shattered any hopes that I had had of a long-distance op. There was no chance I was getting any info with those windows closed. Getting closer was the only option I had left. So I headed back to base, prepared for the next step of the operation. But I could only get so far from afar, and I needed to get a little closer to Sensei. That's right, I needed to commit to some. I had checked ahead with all of my sources to make sure I was green to go. The sources came back clear. Sensei was teaching, and he was unsuspecting of the upcoming operation. The intel was in, and I was green to go ahead. The only thing left to do, execute the operation and bring Sensei down once and for all. It's time to bring it to an end. I had very carefully infiltrated my way into Sensei's classroom, and I was in, but I was fearing that I was in a bit over my head. So I decided that I would come back later to do a more thorough search when nobody was around. Oh, there must be something here. I had just found the clue I was looking for, but it was all written in a mysterious kind of alternate language, and I had no idea what it said, or any hope of translating it. Lucky for me, somebody on the other line did.
Hello? Say, Agent, that document there looks like some sort of secret code. Code? Speak English, Four Eyes. Well, it's like regular writing, see? But only people who know how to read it can understand it. Whoa, that's crazy. If you can get it back to the lab, I could probably crack it and see what it says. Alright, I'm on my way.
The clue was a huge breakthrough in an otherwise stagnant case. Even though it hadn't been translated yet, it was the biggest break I had in the case. So I headed back to base to keep it safe, and in preparation of the operation's next step. But Sensei is smart. Smarter than he likes to let on. Where do you think all of his extra students go? He keeps their brains in his stomach. You see, Sensei was starting to throw out diversions. Sensei was too smart to take it lying down, and Sensei had started to engage in... Sensei's counterintelligence started relatively surface deep. He didn't know how close I was to the answers, and he didn't know what I was looking for. So, just out of precaution, he started throwing out distractions, counterintelligence, flares, red herrings, to try and keep me off the scent. It started small. The whiteboards that would normally be used for artistic expression in his classroom soon became pits of Among Us, hit 2018 social deduction game. Some sort of simplified drawings meant to evoke similarities between them and the game. It started small, but it soon got out of control. Among Us's were everywhere. Sensei was sus, I was sus, everybody was sus. The problem was that as Sensei began to suspect me for longer and longer, he soon started to suspect that I suspected that he wasn't originally from Japan, culminating in this forged document, a picture of Sensei back in his high school days. It looks real initially. Those characters beneath the picture do say Hiroki Danshita, but there's just no way it's real. This man looks far too anime boy-y. It just has to be a fake. So I held fast and stayed true. examining for clues everywhere I could find them, and carefully dodging all of Sensei's counter-diversions. He even managed to steal my laptop and then get on the cover of Vogue magazine, just to try and throw me off the trail. Truth be told, there were a few times I came close to quitting, like when Sensei completely ruined my Oscars acceptance speech, but I was determined he would not dissuade me from finding the truth. You see, I'm a good agent. I'm a really good agent. But the problem is, I've got the same face the whole time. Sensei has started to catch on to me, and I could only go so far in my own two shoes. That's why, just like any good op, I needed men and femboys on the inside. There's only one gender, and it's mine. You can't have it. I needed some people on the inside, and that's why I needed to engage in some... Kuba-san deliberately asked me after the interview if certain parts of it could be trimmed or removed in order to prevent Sensei from getting into real-world trouble due to joking allegations made in an interview. I told Cooper that I would remove these parts because I respect his wishes. I lied. So, konnichiwa, Kuba-san. And as always, we gotta get the interviewer outfit. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
So, first things first, how about you tell us a little bit about yourself? Who are you? What are you doing here?
Hi, I'm Cooper Laszlo. I'm the current vice president, and why I'm here is because you told me to be here yesterday, and I low-key forgot about the meeting because we were driving.
How about you tell us, how long have you known Sensei?
I've known Sensei since beginning of 10th grade when I joined his Japanese 1 class.
Alright, okay. What can you tell me about Dansha Teriyaki?
Well, you see, if I say anything bad, he'd probably take me outside of class and knock me out.
You see, that actually links into my next question. How has your relationship with Sensei been affected by the fact that if Sensei were to take a swing at you, he would just go straight over your head and miss because you're so short?
But he is also short, so I would be in wingspan of him.
Damn, I didn't consider that. Okay. Has Sensei ever broken character? Has his accent ever faltered? Has he ever come across as somebody who wasn't really Japanese?
Well, you see, no. But
No.
that's also very suspicious now that you bring that up.
Oh, alright. Is there any specific example you could point to where Sensei maybe wasn't himself?
Well, you see, we always strive for a safe learning environment. But one time I was in the office and he interrogated me about not having my movie project done.
Oh my
which,
God.
to be fair, I still did not have that done. But I felt threatened. All right.
Oh my god. Alright. So, how does Sensei feel about the unnatural abomination some people like to call Hawaiian pizza?
You see, I would like to say that everyone's entitled to what they like. I cannot say have any opinions on Hawaiian pizza because I've not tried it myself.
Okay.
But I've heard that salty and sweet do have a good combination.
What does Sensei feel about the 2002 family comedy Lilo and Stitch?
I have no idea how he feels.
Okay, alright.
But I do know that the soundtrack was an absolute banger.
Alright, and then one last question to wrap it up. People often think that being religious or religious-minded helps give someone a moral compass and prevents them from committing heinous acts. How could you describe Sensei's relationship with God?
Sensei is God, and that is all that I can say.
Very well, thank you very much, sir. Arigatou gozaimashita. So, I gotta get the interview outfit going.
Shit. Hi.
Hello. So I'd like to just start out with an initial question. What the Would you like to explain yourself? Or first off, what's your name? And also, what
My name is Joaquin Phoenix, and it all started a really long time ago when I met Blanchta Sensei in a teriyaki shop.
You know, that segues right into my next question. What can you tell me about Danshita Teriyaki?
Oh my god, what you don't know? He launders money.
Oh.
It's used for laundering money.
Like Los Pollos Hermanos.
Exactly.
Oh.
I walked in one day, they were closed, I didn't know it, the door was unlocked, I walked in, guns pointed, everything was blazing, and you know what, I feared for my life, but I told Danshita Sensei that I believed in society.
Oh my god, what happened then? What happened next?
We partnered up.
Ooh.
We partnered up and I helped him to launder all of that money. And you know what he used that money for?
Drugs?
Weed.
Weed?
Weed.
No way!
And I went undercover in the high school. I did it. I stayed in this class for 4 years, but this is the expose. He needs to know that I'm going to reveal his secrets.
Oh my god. That is incredible. Okay, how informed are you about Sensei's opinion on hit 2012 family comedy Lilo and Stitch?
I know absolutely nothing about his opinion on that.
Alright, cool. How does Sensei feel about the abomination that some people like to refer to as pizza, Hawaiian pizza?
Hawaiian pizza is gross in my opinion, and I think that if Sensei disagrees, he should die.
Okay.
Yes,
Alright,
yes,
okay,
yes.
okay. What can you tell me about Sensei's character? Sensei portrays himself as a kindly teacher.
Evil.
Cares about his
Evil.
students. Has he ever broken character? Maybe accent has slipped.
Yeah, he's not actually Japanese.
Oh my god.
And I discovered this on the 4th of July. Sorry.
Okay.
It was the 4th of July, and it was actually the day that he cut off this poor man's head.
Oh my god, that's an actual person?
Yes,
No way.
yes. I've kept it as proof. And it's because this man revealed that Sensei is not in fact actually Japanese. He came in to that teriyaki shop, and this was supposed to be a Japanese teriyaki shop. But you know what? Sensei's in fact Hawaiian.
Oh my god.
And this man, he told everyone in that store that day that Hiroki Danshita is Hawaiian.
What happened next?
Sensei started screaming. He grabbed the katana off the wall, and you know what happened? He absolutely beheaded the hell out of this man, and everyone was screaming, and I was just watching in tears. I was in tears. I was in awe. I was absolutely crazed because I had no idea that Danshita Sensei could lie to me for so long.
Oh my god, I feel like I've been lied to. My whole existence feels like a lie. What can you tell me? Has Sensei ever hit a student or struck a student? Maybe taken out his anger in a non-healthy way?
Yes, but he gaslights everyone to believe that he does not do that. He'll hit us and say, no, you hit yourself.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. What can you tell me when Sensei tries to freaking strike you, right? How is that affected by the fact that your lip piercings have Minecraft enchantment table Thorns 3 on them?
He's not affected.
Not even a little bit?
He's not affected.
Not even a half heart of damage?
No, he is indestructible. He has powers that are unknown to man.
Has Sensei discovered the secret recipe to chainmail armor?
Sensei is chainmail.
No way! Oh! Oh my god, this is crazy. This is nuts. This is bonkers.
He got this power from Ulysses S. Grant.
Ulysses S. Grant. Okay.
Which
alright.
just so happened to be this man's great-great-great-grandfather.
Oh, hot damn. That's crazy. Alright. Some people would say that the existence of a higher power would instill somebody with a moral compass and prevent them from committing heinous acts. How can you say Sensei's life has been affected by his relationship with God?
You see, Sensei has a very strong relationship with Buddhism,
Ooh, okay.
which is why every year he dresses up as a cow for Halloween.
Oh, because cows are sacred.
Because cows are sacred, and he himself is sacred.
Oh, cows are sacred to me too. I love burgers.
Would you eat Danshita Sensei?
Yes. Without hesitation.
Would you add his signature sauce, his signature teriyaki sauce?
I feel like it would poison me.
Actually, it just kills everyone that's not Hawaiian.
That's fair enough.
Mr. Phoenix's testimony was fascinating, especially the idea of Sensei not actually being from Japan. It had the potential to crack this case wide open. It corroborated some critical evidence that I've found throughout the years, bits and pieces, hints and clues scattered throughout Sensei's world of his true origins lying somewhere else beyond Japan. As I made my way home that night throughout the woods, trying desperately to avoid Sensei sympathizers, I got a very important call from a critical man.
Hey, Agent, I deciphered the code that you brought me. It appears to be some sort of contract. Do you know who the Yakuza are?
What's a Yakuza?
They're like the Japanese mob. This document in particular seems to be a contract between the Yakuza and a man named Deki Danshisha?
Deki Danshisha?
Yeah, from what I've seen from Google Translate, people who break their contracts with the Yakuza don't have a good time.
This is a huge breakthrough. Thanks.
That's when it all started to make sense. Hiroki Danshi's records online were completely clean, spotless, but as soon as we put in Deki Danshisha, things start getting really mysterious. He has some very shady jobs, very shady skills. We even see that his criminal history and his quite nasty affiliations. And the most interesting part is, he's listed as dead. Now, I hear you saying, Johnny, this could just be a coincidence. The fact that Hiroki Danshita and Deki Danshisha are similar names, that's just a coincidence. But it all falls apart. Sensei's whole facade crumbles as soon as we flip to the last page. They're one and the same. Hiroki Danshita and Deki Danshisha were the same man. Going even deeper, we can see that their birthdays are the same. They share the same parents, the same fingerprints. Even the hospital they were born in and the doctor that birthed them were the same. The only thing separating the two were the locations, changed from Osaka, Japan to Honolulu, Hawaii. If we go on to the reliable Yakuza website, yakuza.com, we can easily see that there was a very long-tenured Yakuza named Deki Danshisha, who served them for over 14 years, all ending when Deki Danshisha was tragically killed in a car crash. But did he really die? Was the car crash even an accident? The body was so burned that officials couldn't identify the corpse reliably. Maybe he had a closed doors falling out with the Yakuza and had to flee to Washington State under a new name. Could it really be that the teacher, the sensei that we trusted with so much, could really be a Yakuza in disguise? A man who was only one name change away from a horrific past of crime and terrible, heinous acts. Oh my god, that's some heavy stuff. I'm filming this before editing. I don't even know what the conclusion is. Well, I mean, I guess there's really only one thing to do, right? I'm gonna graduate in like a week. I mean, editing, Johnny, do me a favor. If this is my year without Sensei, with just any other white boy teacher, and then this is my year with Sensei, I mean, you can see the difference. This year's been pretty good with Sensei. I mean, and in all seriousness, I think that this year was made pretty awesome by Sensei.
Michael, you may not know me, but I am Matthew, Johnny's brother. You know, the kind of guy who has to wake up at 5 a.m. to film this movie.
Are you serious, man? I take a shit and you take off. Behind the camera. What's the matter with you? You can't pan around. Matt's got shorts on. So mosquitoes can eat dicks, little guys? Okay, so I have left my amazing tripod since it's left. Lucky for me, I have the kitchen table, phone stand, and tape. Coming up to meet Ash. The park's supposed to be closed today. I don't know if I'm allowed in here, but I've already basically committed forgery. What's the worst that could happen? I have had to abandon my post. Ash has kindly asked me to
meet him at the front, they have done something to themselves, and there are children. My disarming white boy presence is required for the same man.
Going even deeper, we can see that their birthdays are the same. They share the same parents, same fingerprints.
I came back to re-record this part because I felt in my initial recording I was too satirical, too lighthearted. And this is the one time out of my entire 4 years in Sensei's presence and my 1 year in club that I'd like to be serious and be dead serious with you all. Everyone's senior year should be remarkable. I mean, that's just the way it should be. And not everybody's is, but I am eternally grateful to say that mine has been. My senior year, it's not a stretch to say that my senior year was the best year of my high school career. There have been, my friends have come and gone, quarantine came and went, but Sensei really helped make this year bring this year from a good year to a great year, to an unforgettable year. And the same goes to all of you. I'd really like to thank Anushka. Her objections to my coup of the Japanese club were well-founded, but didn't stay for long. And to that, thank you, Anushka. Cooper, Alice, Ryder, the other officers of the Japanese club, and to all of you, all of the Japanese students and Japanese club attendants who came to see my final presentation. It really warms my heart that all of you come and watch all of the stuff I put out there. From honest to God, from the bottom of my kokoro, arigatou gozaimashite. そしてさようなら皆さん。